Welcome back to Nininger Hall. We are joined by the head coach, Sean Postiglione. And, Coach, is this going to be a drama club? Is this what we're going to see every week?
Well, you know, when you have a lot of guys that are very young, and we're playing most of our guys really haven't played at this level before, and so I guess it's a good thing that we keep having leads, but we got to learn to kind of get 8 to 10 to 15, 16, 17 rather than let it come back down to 1 or 0. But what we did differently tonight, we made some winning plays down the stretch. Got a couple of, wasn't pretty, but we got a couple stops, and we did a good job of attacking the basket with some poise and finishing.
I mean, talk about this game. It yo-yoed from 10-point advantage to 1 point. I mean, that second half was difficult, I'm imagining, to try. I mean, the scenarios and the coaching of individual plays really kind of came into it.
Yeah, we just didn't. Again, it was our defense. You know, kind of like the Merrimack game. I think we had some lapses defensively. You know, we did some good things offensively. I think we shared the ball well. We had a couple possessions where we just kind of didn't do that, but I think it was mostly, you know, you can't let a team shoot 49% in the second half. You know, and a lot of those, some of those were rebounds. You know, we got out rebounded in the second half, and we just allowed them too many easy shots, or not as contested as we would like the shots to be, especially with their big guys. But they executed well. But we have to, again, it comes down to defense. That's where we talk about, and we got to find a better way to, to get some stops so that we can extend that lead or keep it, in double digits once we get it there.
So you took 28 threes in the ballgame.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of that has to do with the personnel that you have, and did some of that have to do with the defense they were throwing at you?
Yeah, they kind of clog it on the driving lanes, and I thought a lot of the threes were good. Like, we were 4 for 11 in the second half. And it was the first half where I think we rushed a couple or forced a couple, but the second half, I thought that was very good. Chandler hit a couple of big ones. AJ, I thought we did a better job of that in the second half, because even the ones we missed, I think, were pretty open and in rhythm. So part of that is we have guys that like to shoot them, and you try not to, micromanage them too much. Our system, I think, gets a lot of shots, especially against teams. A lot of teams in our league really clog the paint, and that's what they did tonight once we drove it and guys were open. And 14 assists, I think it's probably the more we've had. I thought AJ did a great job. I told him, he only had 5 assists and he only scored 1 basket, but he probably was responsible for about 20 points just because he attacked off the ball screen and he made a pass, and the next pass got the shot. So he doesn't get the assist, but we call that a hockey assist, that he was able to create a lot of things because of how dynamic he was starting the offense tonight.
So tell me a little bit about the task defensively, because this is a very good three-point shooting team. Well, they're a good shooting team, period. So they've got that inside-outside type thing. They didn't take advantage of it early, but then I think once the perimeter defense stepped up a little bit, they were looking for holes inside.
Yeah, we got caught a couple times. They do a lot of movement, and they come off a lot of screens, and we just got caught a couple times out of position in the post. And then it goes in the post, and that opens up a lot of things, kind of in scramble, because we're not the biggest guys, and so we need and their guys are long, so we kind of have to send some extra guys there to help, and that opens up a lot of things. And their big guys really did hurt us tonight. Dula and Toe, we made them look like all league guys tonight. They're all good players, but we got to do a better job, and Ford too. So that's probably 32 points of their points right there from those big guys. So we got to do a better job of keeping it out of there, and then being a little bit more solid when it goes in. But there's still a lot of things we got to get better at, but we found a way to hold on, and for a young team, I think that's important, that they get that positive feeling back, to come out on top in a close game.
And the folks that came out tonight got to see, some impressive stuff from some very young men. And I mean, gosh, how much for a couple of games did you miss Josh Cammett?
Yeah. I said that at halftime. So he makes us a little bit better, doesn't he? Not just, and it's not. He's very gifted on both sides of the ball, as he showed tonight. But he plays really hard, and he brings a ton of energy. And that's definitely, we didn't have that prior to, him, that first half of the JMU game, and then we lost him, and then we could finally get him back, and he gave us a lift on Sunday, and he certainly gave us a tremendous lift tonight. That's a very impressive stat line for a young man.
Talk about a young team dealing with the last couple of minutes of this game, because I mean it was probably what you've practiced a million times.
Yeah.
Up by one, or one possession game and that sort of thing.
Yeah, we did a good job of getting the ball in against the pressure at the end there. Again, we gave up. We talked about what they were going to run at the timeout, and they ran it, and we ran into the screen, and we gave up that three that Lee missed. So we got to do a little bit better job, being a little more situational. But again, these guys, they certainly weren't in these environments in high school, and even the transfers were not in these kind of environments where they were previously. So I do kind of have to remind myself that it's very new for everybody. So we have to kind of unfortunately learn trial by fire, and we've now come on top twice. We've come out on the wrong end twice. So hopefully we can continue to find a way to get the job done in these close games.
As Coach Clark says, it's a lot more fun to teach from a win.
Yeah, it is, especially for young guys, because they work hard. And so they need to be able to see some positive results from the work and the sacrifice and the time they're putting in. And so now we have a great opportunity on Saturday to play a very, very good team on our home court and see what we can do.
Coach, congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, it's not easy.
We'll see you Saturday afternoon.